Families grew roots here. They raised their children here. But the major companies didn't make those same investments in a continual way.
You know, it was in the 80s when most of the major oil companies at the time pulled out of the Permian Basin. And if we've been around long enough, all of us remember the bumper stickers that said, you know, the last one to leave, turn the lights off. And to find that the major oil companies are coming back into our region, to me, signals a long-term play. And I think that we have to capitalize on that long-term play to understand what do we have to do to become an oil plus economy. And I think that's what the Permian Strategic Partnership is helping us do.
So they're comparing notes, and they said, these challenges are enormous. They're way too big for my company. They're even too big for both of our companies. How are we going to do this? Is it even possible? Well, the answer was, well, we've got to try, because not doing anything is not an option.
PSP, through its formation, is the ultimate of the collaboration of companies to literally help transform an area that is vitally important, not just to the oil and gas industry, but to the national security of our country, right here in the Permian Basin. And when those companies join together using the collective impact model to build a region that was transformative to how it had ever been done in the oil patch.
And that's what PSP is. It's an organization of companies that operate and work in the Permian Basin that have come together to make the quality of life in the Permian Basin better for all of its citizens. Safer roads and better health care and high quality education and affordable housing and those issues.
Each of my 21 companies individually does an awful lot within our communities. They are so committed to making the Permian Basin an even better place to live, work, and raise a family, and we are so thankful for them. We're leaving a legacy for future generations.
People like Don Evans and Tracy Bentley lead a group of corporations like that. That's pretty remarkable work. I mean, you know, in layman's terms, you would call that herding cats, because everybody has a different direction they want to go in. They have different points of view, but to be able to bring a singular focus to say, what does it take to make the Permian Basin an amazing place to work and live? That's remarkable. It could literally probably be the turning point for the Permian Basin for the next century.
It's unique, it's different, it's a very powerful public-private partnership, and that these companies wanting to serve the citizens in communities where they operate.
The Permian Strategic Partnership really is an organization whose impact is unprecedented. I've been in higher education for almost 3 decades, and I have never seen anything remotely like this. You know, Tracy Bentley is here, my colleague and friend who heads up that organization, and I am inspired by her every day. The projects that we've been able to do together will have a lasting impact for so many students. We think about nursing and pre-med and now the clinical counselors. These programs will generate graduates who badly are needed in this community. And it also helps the university achieve its goal of doubling our numbers so that we can have the impact in the community.
PSP, Tracy's wonderful, another great friend. Very supportive. They're like a little miracle, right? If you think about it, because that's not normal. That doesn't happen in my life, really. It's not supposed to, but it does, and it has. I love what they're doing. They challenge us. They allow us to dream. They change what's possible.
To me, again, that gets back to finding where's the greatness of America found, and in this case, I would say it's in the heart and souls of these member companies that have come together and worked to make a better life for all of our neighbors and all of our citizens out here. We, so far, the PSP has invested about $150 million, and we brought in $1.5 billion, and so it's a remarkable story. And it's a unique, different story. I mean, it's beginning to get picked up across America, quite frankly.
Their areas of focus and emphasis are exactly the right ones that are needed to move our community forward. And it's fun to see the progress that has been made in such a very short period of time. Their impact is great in this community, and I'm really proud to be a small part of it.
I feel so incredibly blessed to work alongside Secretary Evans in his role as chairman of the Permian Strategic Partnership. So many people would give anything to have the opportunity to even sit with him and learn from him for a day. And I get to work side by side with him every day. We're doing the great work at PSP. He's a visionary, he's one of a kind, and he's become family. And I am so, so thankful to have the team that I have.
Thank you for bringing voice and order and direction and resources to the hopes and dreams of many of us who have been in this region for decades and had hoped for something more, but just didn't have the capacity to do it. So thank you.
Thank you, PSP.
So congratulations, Tracy Bentley and Don Evans and all of the CEOs that make up the PSP. Thank you for everything that you do, and we are so proud to give you this honor tonight. So well deserved.